Thank you so much for being with us on this Saturday, as above, so below. I want to say hello to each and every one of you guys that have been a part of this YouTube family. I want to say hello to my brothers and sisters in E5, Voodoo, Santeria, Kumi, Congo, and Paulo, and to each and every one of you mystic Adjays, whether you are Eastern Star, whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're an Adjay, we want to say hello to each and every one of you guys that practice magic. My channel is for my... What's up there? My Taurus, Latadra in the house. What's up? Cuz and we want to say hello to each and every one of you guys. First of all, I want to say hello to my Madrina and to my Padrino. Much love to each and every one of you guys, and thank you for your support of this channel. To those that are being notified that Apostle Ely is live, I told you I was coming on tonight because I want to teach y'all some stuff, especially on this energy as above, so below. We're talking about Saturn energy, the spirit, the element of lead. It is so important. What's up there, Natasha Foster? Said, love the shirt. Yes, baby. My Aquarius from North Carolina. I got my baby Scorpio in the house, Keish, and then I got Chris from Philadelphia, or Philly as he says, Sagittarius, and then Minister Mario, son of Ochosi, Brazo Forte, crown, y'all, baby. Yes, we appreciate each and every one of you guys. Now, I know that some of you guys are going to come on a little late. Some of you guys are going to watch this later on, but it's still applicable. I teach universal laws. My job here is to open your mind and open your understanding so life becomes more of a reality that you want to live and not what other people want you to live. What's up there, my Boaz in the house? Thank you so much, my Pisces. Mary Bonds, what it be? Mama Susan, Gemini. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I am actually burning reversal incense as we speak, doing my conjure, because we're going to talk about magic on tonight. And we want to talk about the things that is important, especially on this day, this Saturn day. I think we still kind of like in a full moon, because it's always 3 days after a full moon that we still feeling the effects of a full moon and manifestation. What's up, love? Taurus in the house. And I want to say, I hope that many of you guys, I posted, I did a, finally did a live on TikTok. And I hope that many of you guys get a chance to go watch that video. It's a lot of good information on there as well. But we're going to talk about this on tonight. To my Christian buddies, these are the cards that I read from. These are the 72 names of God, technology of the soul. And we want to say hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. If you're going to follow me, remember this. Spirituality is work. And to all of you that want to be great in your craft, make sure that you have made a commitment to yourself that you're going to devote necessary time to do quality work. Want to say hello to each and every one of you guys, and thank you so much for those likes, those shares, and subscriptions. Also, how it helps push the algorithm of YouTube. And listen, I am just really excited because of the fact of what we're getting ready to embark into, and a lot of the stuff that we're doing. Let me tell you this, sec. I can only encourage you based off of my experience of what I have watched God and Spirit do, ancestors do for me. But what I want to say that Minister Mario said something to me today, reminded me of something today, is that when you're out here on social media platform, people are going to try you. They're going to, they want to see if you are who you say you are. And when you have a lot of different people that don't have a lot going on in their life, that they actually take out the time to do these type of things, it still doesn't change the fact that it still proves that God has chosen and called me to do what I am doing. So I thank you, those that you ones that are out here throwing the rock and hiding your hand. I want you to understand we got your fingerprint, and we thank God for it. Okay. I want you to also, guys, get ready, get you a notepad or something to get you some notes, because I want to talk about something, especially coming out of Saturn, because Saturn is about structure. And then when it comes to universal laws, people don't understand, in order to make a successful spell or working, you got to be good at construction and destruction. Okay? My subject tonight is construct and destruct spells. Now, in order for me to be who I am and do what the type of workings that I do, I have to be very good at constructing spell work, and I also have to be very good at destructing spell work. Now, some of the stuff that we're going to talk about tonight, and I'm going to utilize the Bible, and y'all know the Christians, I use the Bible to show y'all it's right up in here, okay? It's in here. We stop demonizing the other ATRs, okay? This is in here. But It's no different than putting a meal together. It's no different than building a house. It's no different than building a pool or any type or a destruction work. In order to be effective and serve, whether you're in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Kumi, Congo, Apollo, or Mystic, or Agile, any of these ATR, you have to be proficient in a lot of these areas. And sorry, but a lot of people ain't good at construction, but they better at destruction. So that's why you see a lot of dark magic and baneful workings done in a lot of the ATR, not because there's nothing else that they could nothing else that the ATR have to offer. You have to realize that there are a lot of people that just not were trained or set up to be effective and balanced. Okay, so you won't see a lot of positive working out there that are powerful and potent as you would see as much destructive work. And it don't matter what ATR, but I see it a lot. And it has a lot to do with a lack of training and a lack of imagination. Now, I want to start with my first scripture. I want to talk, and I'm going to teach this from the aspect of Jeremiah, the 1st chapter. And burn some more of this reversal incense and protection incense. Y'all, they throwing so hard. And you know what's so sad about it? They ain't got nothing to do with what I got going on. And I'm not interested in doing what they doing. But hey, it is what it is. I ain't mad about it. It is what it be. What's up, Monique 444? We starting with Jeremiah 1st chapter 7 through 10. And it says, but the Lord said unto me, say not that I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I send thee. Whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. Now this is God speaking to Jeremiah. This is when you hear people in the church tell you to let no man despise your youth. I would prophesy that a lot. People are tripped when you're young and sexy. It said, verse 8, be not afraid of their faces. Now this is God basically teaching, guiding, and empowering and encouraging Jeremiah what to expect. See, when you out in these ATRs, you got to know what to expect. He said, be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord. When God told Jeremiah that he was there to deliver him, that should have told Jeremiah, you for to get into some stuff. There's some people going to come after you, going to try to do some things to you, but I'm going to deliver you out of all your affliction. It don't matter what they do to you. Remember this, no matter what they do to you, I, the Lord God, is with you, and I'm going to deliver. This is why you need to have a relationship with your Eguns or your ancestors or your Orishas or your Loas or your Impungos or whatever angelic being, because these are the divine beings that have to intervene when you get into situations, whether somebody put you in those situations or you walk into them situations. At the end of the day, in order for your destiny to be fulfilled, you must be delivered or rescued from your situation. I don't want you to get out there talking about how God gonna do this for you and do that, when it has not been an oath or arrangement or contract between you and the divinity. Whether that is Oshun, whether that's Eligwa, whether that's El Shaddai, the Elohim, Yezerah, it don't matter, sir, man. Male, female energy, that's so irrelevant to what I'm talking about now. But you need to understand that you better make sure God or spirit or divine mother got you like that before you step out here, because people gonna try you. They're going to do that. So he told them, be not afraid of their faces, for I'm with you and I deliver you, saith the Lord. Verse 9 said, then the Lord put forth his hand and touched his mouth. And the Lord said unto me, behold, I will put my words in your mouth. This is why I do not believe in talking about the Lord said this and Lord. Like even in the church world, it just, people do it. They do it in these ATRs. They act like God always talking like 24/7. 24/7. God, that means you should not know it. Nothing should come upon you unaware. If God, spirit, ancestor, divine mother, ancestor, whomever talking to you that much, then you should know every, because it's impossible for you to be deceived when God always talking to you. And he can't be possibly talking to me because he's always talking to you. Maybe it's not God. Maybe it's a minister spirit. Maybe it's not God. Maybe it's an angel. Maybe it's not God. Maybe it's an Orisha. Maybe it's not an Orisha. Maybe it's just a wayward spirit that got nothing else to do, because you got nothing else to do but try to listen to hear something because of what you going through. Okay? I really need y'all to understand this. When God said, let there be light, he said it one time. When you hear in the church where you came up, they tell you, oh, God called Lazarus 3 times. But based off the scripture and based off the study, he only said it one time. Lazarus, come forth. He only said it one time. You might have to say it more than one time. But the divine, the almighty, when the almighty sovereign energy is speaking, they ought to speak with one time. Huh? When God, that's why I say God cannot lie. Energy does not lie. You, me, yeah. Divine, Now I'm going to go on and say it's verse 10. This is why it's important right here. It says, see, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdom. To root. Now this is why this is important. You cannot just assume a position or authority over an area. That has to be given to you by the Lord. Okay? Whether it's Ola Damari, the Mighty and Zombie, Hathor, whatever, Divine Mother. At the end of the day, we're going to know whether this is your space to be in, because it is God that puts you up. It is God that setteth up a king. It's God that take one down. I really need you to understand that. You can't just go into these books, whether it's the Bible, whether it's conjure books, whether it is books of from Mason or Eastern. It don't matter what magical books that you read. You cannot self-promote yourself and put yourself in authority and then say, this is what has to protect me because I am an apostle. No, if you were not called to do that or walk in that particular offense or energy, if you're not a tata or you, sir and ma'am, putting yourself in position is so dangerous, because people are going to try. They're going to try, even the ones that God put in position, no less than somebody that put themselves in these positions, okay? All right. It goes on to say in verse 10, this is why this is important. He said, I set you over the nations and the kingdom, to root out, to pull down, to destroy, to throw down. Now listen at this. I'm going to say this again. I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. Number 1, to root out. The next ability he gave him was to pull down. That's number 2. Number 3, he said to destroy. This your God, Christians, that talking. And then number 4, it says to throw down. Now, this is the assignment of Jeremiah. So you can tell based off of the gifts so far, what God gave him, that he is a judgment prophet. Based off the gifts, based off the talents, based off the ability and skill set, you can tell what type of vessel or instrument that you are going to be used by the Most High. What's up there, Lydia? This is so important. What's up there? You got your package? Ah! All right, good, baby. Now, verse 5 says, number 5, verse 10. It said, to build. These are the abilities he's given Jeremiah. And to plant. To plant. So he gave him 4 gifts have to do with some type of destruction. It said to root out. That's a gift. Oh, God don't give people gifts like that. Right here, baby. To pull down, to destroy, and to throw down. I like those gifts. And then the gift that he gave to build was number 5, to build and to plant. So he gave him a plethora of abilities to handle business, because he knew that Jeremiah was going to be tried by a lot of different people. And let me tell y'all something. If God have truly sent you into a place like the area that I'm a pastor, I'm an apostle in the Christian faith, and I am operating in the ATR, and I'm opening my platform to the ATR. So if God really put me there, he's going to get me in a way so that not only I can protect and defend myself, but anybody up under my tutelage or up under my covering. Y'all understand? You can't just be out here and got your own assignment. You can't be out here with your own agenda, because these spiritual streets are dangerous. And they will, if you are not equipped to root out, to pull down, to destroy, to throw down, to build, or to plant like Jeremiah was, you're going to go through a lot of different things. People are going to be able to do root work on you. They're going to be able to do conjure on you. They're going to be able to do, now this is why I want to talk about this. Hold on. To construct and destruct spells. Now that we got to understand. Now, one of the things that I want to talk about tonight, up under the as above, so below, universally. In order to manifest any working, a voodoo worker, tata, mumbo, hugan, apostle, pastor, a disciple, no matter who you are, no matter the, you have to construct a spell. You have to construct a working around whether you're trying to get healed, manifesting, reversing, any type of specific area. But you have to construct that work in order for that work to have an opportunity to even manifest. So I wrote down here, how was the spell constructed? When you are trying to help people, you got to have discernment. You have to have the ability to see or perceive how that particular working, doesn't matter if it's positive or negative, what type of elements were used in order for that to be constructed. There's impossible for you to get any manifestation without bringing, whether it was thought forms, whether it was ashe from your spoken word, whether it's with through crystals. We're going to talk about it. How was that spell or that particular working constructed? What elements, what ingredients went into them performing? The reason why a lot of you guys fail in manifestation, because you don't do enough due diligence to figure out what it's going to take for this work to manifest. Do I got enough ingredients for manifestation? Do I got too many ingredients? What am I really trying to do? This is why we call on the professionals. But hey, I get it. You want to save some money, save some time. You think it. I learned as an adult man, the more you try to fix stuff that you were not assigned to, the more it's going to cost you to get it fixed. I'm going to say that again. The more you try to do it on your own and fix it on your own, the more it's going to cost you to get it fixed. That's not your level of expertise. But go on, because y'all know I'm a Sagittarius, Moon and Aries, rising sign Pisces, and I want to share this with you. Now, another thing that you need to consider when you're constructing a spell is what spirits assisted in the spell. When somebody do a spell, either they're utilizing their own spirit, they can be utilizing ancestor spirit, they can be utilizing Orishas, Loa, and Pungo, because if you are dealing with a working, you need to know what spirits or energies assisted in manifesting that particular spell work or that particular working. And that's the stuff that people that are inexperienced do not understand, that when it comes to a spell, that they're more than you getting oil and herbs. Were there other spirits involved in doing that particular work? Did they incorporate the moon, the sun, them spirits? Did they utilize astrology? Were they working with Jupiter? Were they working with Uranus? Were they working with Cyrus? What were they working with? Who did the spell? When constructing a spell, who did? A professional do that spell, or did an amateur do that spell? Did an amateur pray that prayer, or did a professional pray that prayer? It matters. Who is the contractor of that particular working? It matters, especially when you get to the other end of trying to destruct a spell or dismember a spell. When you're trying to cleanse somebody or something, if they got crossed up, what went into the working to cross them up? Okay? It says, What level of experience was that practitioner or that person? That matters. All of y'all that going out there and wonder why certain things are not happening or certain things are not happening like it happened for others, your level of experience matters. How do you cast out a spell away from somebody? I'm going to talk about this tonight. When people tell you to go out there and do certain things and you're not at, this individual asked a very general question, may seem specific, but very general question. If that's like asking me, how do I get an 18-wheeler out the ditch with my pickup truck? And my pickup truck has a 4-cylinder engine. You're going to destroy your vehicle trying to pull that 18-wheeler out of that ditch. You need to ask all these questions. That lets you know whether this is something that you can do yourself, or you need to get a professional to do this for you, okay? That's why a lot of people get messed up, because they end up hurting themselves trying to cleanse certain things when the person that constructed the spell was far above them. What's up there, Tree? Rhonda, Aries in the house. What's up, my eldest son? You have to consider all this when you're constructing spells, and you have to consider this when you're destructing spells. Now, another thing you need to consider, how much energy went into the spell. How much ashe went into that particular work. Did this person harness a lot of power, vibration, and frequency to create this spell? What's up there, Sister Brickhouse? Or did this person, you know what I'm saying? They say little prayer, little power. Much prayer, much power. How much went into the prayer? How much energy was conjured or harnessed in order? That matters, sir, man. If you watch Dragon Ball Z, the build the spirit ball, how much energy went into build? I'm trying to give you some analysis, huh? How much went into you manifesting that particular working? Another question that needs to be asked, was there more than one person involved in that spell? Did a group of people do that spell work? Did a group of people, 2 or 3, 6, 12? It matters, because the more people, the more energy, the more skills, the more spirits that come along with those individuals. Some of y'all don't realize some spells that have been placed on you were done by a group of people, and all of their spirits in that group were involved in that working. So how you as an individual person, unless you are at a certain level, gonna undo that particular spell when you didn't sit down and count up the call and say, you know what? I don't know enough about what went into the working against me in order before I make a decision. That's like going after the whole football team and you ain't got nobody but you. What's up there, Nikki Smith? Blessings to you as well. And the reason why you're not asking these questions because you're not a professional. What I'm doing tonight, because of Capricorn energy, especially Aquarius energy in the age of Aquarius, is I am trying to open the minds of people so you can stop feeling like you can do certain things on your own when you don't have the basic knowledge to ask the right question. You don't even know what went into that work or that spell work before you even talk about addressing it. All you got in your apothecary is dragon blood. All you got ammonia. You don't know, like, maybe what you got is actually going to agitate that spell and make it worse than actually help it and resolve the issue. But you would have known that if you understood that. Nor the spiritual authority. Thank you. Hey, that's my Sagittarian, Madam Oshun. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to talk about this. Now, I also got on here, was it a slow work or a quick work? When you're constructing a spell, depending on what ingredients or spirits you're working with, it's a slow work. It don't, like my spiritual dad, he liked to do slow work. He did a lot of root work, but he liked to do it real slow. He liked it to creep up on him. Inch by inch, bite by bite, strike by strike. He was really nasty when he did work. He didn't want. He said, "Nah, all that fast work, nah." He like a slow and suffering. So, depending on what type of working and how it was constructed, did they do a slow work or did they do a quick work? They wanted bam, bam, bam. Thank you, man. That matters when you are constructing a spell. Do you want something to happen really quick, fast luck? Or do you want something to be steady work? It matters. How do you construct the spell? Based off of the condition and the need of the individual. Now, this is another thing that when you construct the spell, were they utilizing the science of voodoo? Haitian voodoo? Because that's not the same as 21 division. Huh? Brazilian? Were they utilizing hoodoo when they did that work? That spell work? Were they utilizing Palo when they did that work? Were they utilizing ancestors when they did that work? Were they utilizing orishas, pots? Like when y'all think about magic, you're not thinking about all of the components that go along with crafting a spell. This is why you have experienced people. And I tell you guys, stop running up on people that are already out there and that they are licensed to do this work, because they got stuff you don't have. And when they do a work, a protection work, when they do a reversal work, it's other elements that you do not know that are involved in their spell work or their craft. And that's important. When you're trying to build something, you need to know what you're working with. You need to know what you have at your disposal when you're trying to do a money work, when you're trying to do a cleansing work, when you're trying to do a reversal work, you're trying to do a return to sender, whatever y'all out here doing. A lot of these are the mindset that a real practitioner that does this for in a public setting, that they have to work against other workers that have other tools that they got to get around and get by and get through, where that ain't even come across your mind. And you are sitting in Dollar General with your red pepper thinking they're going to do something, you're going to get your ass set on fire with that same red pepper. Some of y'all that swear by sulfur. Some of y'all swear by camphor. I'm not saying nothing wrong with them elements. But when you are crafting a work, you have to consider a lot of this stuff. And I'm not saying everything. You understand? But I'm saying enough to try to open your mind to realize the same thing comes when I said destructing a spell. The word construct means to build or to erect something. The word destruct means to cause deliberate or irreparable damage to something. When you burn some reversal incense for me, thank you, Mr. Mario. Okay. Now let me say this. When you are constructing a spell, do you realize that your energy, this is why we use the term energy signature. It's not just your energy that goes into your spell, also the energy of your ingredients or animals. It don't matter. But how can you destruct a spell in voodoo when you don't understand the loa? How can you destruct a spell that was constructed by Palo Miambe or with an Orisha or with an Ajay or an ascended master? Or I'm just trying to, I need you to understand, how can you destruct a working that was constructed by the science of an ATR that you don't know? So how can you do a return to sender? How can you do a breakup work when you first do not understand the elements to even destruct that? You don't know if they use poisonous plants to harm you. What's up, Forrest? You don't know if they use poisonous animals to poison you. You don't know if they use poisonous elements or minerals to do that damage to you. You have no idea. But you're going to go and do a cleansing work using hoodoo. You're going to use a cleansing work from somebody talking about they're a gypsy, when that was not gypsy magic that put that curse on you, or put that hex on you, or put that jinx on you. How can you destruct something when you don't understand how it was constructed in the first place? Everybody, let me tell y'all something. If it was so simple, you wouldn't need no practitioners. If plumbing was so simple, you can do your own. If if fixing cars and engines and all, if it was so simple, there would be no need for the other aspects of the divinity. That's why you got in every ATR, you got a spirit that rules over a certain profession. Because there's a need for all of these people, because everybody don't have these skill sets. The reason why I'm called as a spiritualist, because a part of my journey is to do spiritual work. So it is important that I understand not only how to construct a work, but also how to destruct that work. Whether that work was done through hoodoo, whether that work was done through voodoo, or what type of voodoo, what type of law, was it a petard spirit, was it a job, like what type of energy, was it Metkafu, was it Dambala, like what spirit did they utilize? Yeah, they used a spirit from the dead, but they had to use another spirit to get that spirit to come up. What other entity is playing a part in the construction of that work? And you need to understand that. A lot of y'all get into these ATR and you think you're doing your tata, your mambo, your hugon a favor by studying. No, you need to understand what type of energies that you are working with, what type of pantheons you working with. I got you, Natasha. Aquarius. This is why there's so many types of reading, because every type of reading cannot read every type of energy. I'm going to say it again. I got tools in order to work with Palo, to do my reading with Palo. I have other tools to work with the Orishas, to do their reading. And then I also have card reading. I have like different ways so I can read different types of working, so I can have an understanding what is really going on in that particular situation. I'm also a seer. Okay? What my point is, if you don't know how to construct, how you going to learn how to destroy? And if you don't want to spend time to learn how to build, then how you going to learn how to destroy? Let me explain something to y'all. A wooden house, we're going to talk about the three little pigs. Each one of those houses was built with a different element. All three of those houses, those three little pigs, consisted of a pig inside that house. But the way they built, I got you, Darius. Darius, stop gossip. Money and peace. It's my son. Let me explain something else. The reason why some of y'all spells get blown down by the big bad wolf, so to speak, is because you constructed it poorly. You constructed that working poorly. But the last pig took time to build his house with substance, structure. He used brick. One used wood, one used hay, which was not strong enough to be up under the pressure of that wood. But that wood could not blow those bricks down. When you out here in these ATR, if you're going to really get into hoodoo, get into it where you can get strong, where you can build your structure with something that is not easily blown down. If you're going to get into voodoo, a lot of y'all get into this stuff and y'all stay on the edges. Y'all stay on the shallow, but y'all talk like you in the deep. I'm going to say that again. You live on the shores of hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Kumi, and Congo, and Palo. But you talk like you are in the deep of that stuff, and you not that deep. You ain't that deep in that. Then another thing that I wrote down here: what kind of sacrifices? What kind of sacrifices were utilized in that construction of that spell work? Animals, plants, stones, minerals. Nigga said you on the money with that. Think about this. Do you even have an idea what type of animal, how many animals went into that? How many plants? How many this? How many that? And you gonna get in there, you gonna come in there with your wearing your crystal, And you wonder why you cannot destruct that spell work, because you have no idea of all of the energies and ashe and the chi and the prana and the sacrifices that went in to construct that spell work. And you think you just going to come there and knock it down like that? The reason why a lot of people on this social media know that I am really a powerful man of God, because they done tried to knock me on my ass. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I ain't even mad with them. I told them they're going to make me great. Because you keep saying what I ain't, and I'm going, am I really what I say I am? But you keep throwing at me, and you realize you have not got to my orrery, haven't you? And I ain't even crowned yet. You already realize you have not ruined my finance. You have not confused my readings. You realize that you also realize that what I have is sufficient for the journey. And I thank you. Because as long as you keep trying me and I keep prevailing over what you claim that you already got, you already know what I got is greater than what you got. And I appreciate that. Hey, that's how you get acknowledgement out here. They're gonna try you. Huh? If you're gonna get out here, sir and ma'am, make sure that you do your due diligence in educating, investing, and making sure that you are building a wall strong enough, a hedge of protection, that it is sufficient enough to keep you safe. Some of y'all out here, because you done beat up enough people in kindergarten, you think you're gonna walk in college and do the same thing. You know you beat them up when they was in kindergarten. They done grown since then. Trade reading, trade cancer. Let me tell y'all something. A part of getting out here in these spiritual streets, doing magic, is learning perimeters, learning boundaries. Because you're not going to let me tell you how to live. I don't care how much you say you look up to me. Because I share a lot of information out here. And a lot of y'all would not be getting into a lot of stuff if y'all were listening to a lot of the wisdom that I throw out here for free. But you don't, because you think you know. I live this. I lived it. People will attack your children. People will attack your dog, your cat, your penis, your vagina. People don't care when it comes to the content. They want to be the baddest on the street, or they feel threatened because you coming. They going to throw whatever at you. And energy follow path of least resistance. And if they can't get Batman, they're going to try to get Robin. If they can't get Robin, they're going to try to get Alfred. If they can't get Alfred, they're going to try to get Catwoman. You understand? They're going to try to get in. And you have to have strategies after strategy, skill set after skill set to keep a perimeter around you to keep all y'all safe. And that ain't no easy job. And like they said, except God watch, they that labor in vain. Except God keep that city, it's in vain. You got to make sure you are being watched over other than who you are. I also want to say, when it comes down to destructing a spell, you never open a work and not prepare for what kind of energy going to be released from that work. Whether they put that thing in the earth, whether they put it in a tree, whether they put it in the ocean. Remember, there's a certain level of energy that's behind that spell work. And once you touch that work, you have to be protected that you do not get hurt from trying to destruct that spell. A lot of people get messed up because they're not ready for the spirits that have been already assigned to bring that work to pass, whether it's a positive work or a negative work. That's why we say in the church world, whom God bless, can't no man curse. Who comes that try to destruct my blessings, and God is sanctioning my blessing, they're going to end up getting cursed. And if you try to bless somebody that God has cursed, when you go to deal with that energy, you going to get cursed trying to bless somebody. Y'all need to understand, it's deeper than what these people out here telling y'all. And then you got to have wisdom when you trying to destruct the spell work. That's like basically you want to tear a house down and you actually literally go inside the house and you tear down the main beam of that house, but you inside the house. It's almost like Samson bringing the house down on himself. Why would you destruct the spell with you right in the midst? Why? Exactly, like disarming a bomb. You got to be prepared. And guess what? If it go wrong, if it explode, do you got enough protection around you that you don't lose a limb or your life in the process? I know that when I do spell work, when I'm doing protection work, I put some nasty, slimy stuff in my spell work. Because I'm trying, if you come in and try to hurt me, I got some protection up there, and it's not nice. It's not nice. It was never meant. It was never constructed to be nice. It was never constructed to be gentle. It's a protection work. That's why I tell you guys about my reversal incense. Ain't nothing nice in there. Protection. Nothing nice in there. It is meant to detour your enemy. It is meant to make them think twice, 3 times, 4 times. Talk their mammy about it before they come up against you. It was meant to be a deterrent. It was meant for them to say, don't go there, leave them alone. That's the way it was constructed. So when people try to destruct my protections and all that, that's why a lot of them get messed up. They don't realize all the spirits that come behind my protection. And that ain't my fault, that's their business. That's why discernment is so important. When you are here and you trying to learn how to do conjure from different spaces and places, you got to understand the type of conjure you going up against. Been burning reversal all day. Yes, sir. That reversal incident that I constructed, I don't call it the AK-47 for nothing. When I talk about my gossip incident, I don't talk about it for nothing. Oh, you gonna shut your mouth one way or the other. By choice or force. Me personally, I don't care. When you messing with, this is why I tell people I educate and I teach so much, because I know the stuff that I put out, I know what it is designed to do. I use it myself. I use my own cleanser. That's why when some people be lying about, I already know you trying to use a little bit of money incense and you got all them problems. Come on, you got to put some work in. Money candles, money incense, money candles, working with money spirits. Let's be for real. Lydia, I got you, babe. All these people doing is finding out that I really got what I say I got. That's all. Some of you are like, oh, Pastor Eli, how did you get where you at? People attacking me. People trying me. People don't care if you don't bother nobody. They still gonna do it. They feel like I don't know why the way I talk bother them, but they feel like I talk too much trash. And I do. And I'm going to keep on doing it. As long as God allow me and God keep watching my city that's set up on a hill, I'm going to keep on doing it. All right. Money incense. But this is the kind of stuff that I know that's important. Whether you practice Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, construction of a working. Okay, they got a pot. What kind of tool? They may be working with an Ogun. Do they got a small Ogun with little tools, or do they got a big Ogun? Do they got 1 missile? Do they got 50 missiles? What is going on and how you gonna throw a reversal work on somebody when they got the type of artillery they got? You gonna end up getting hurt. It don't mean what you doing ain't what it is. It's just that what you coming against is far advanced or greater. And they not telling y'all that. They just talking about, especially in the church world, I send that back to the sender. Now you don't F yourself up. Because you first ain't getting through none of their troops. None of their ground troops, none of their air troops. You ain't getting through none of the spirits and stuff. I got stuff like literally all around me. And I still put stuff in the ground, just like I don't have none of this stuff walking with me. I do the basic conjure work, root work, just like everybody else do, even though God has advanced me in other levels. I don't take nothing for granted. I don't take my protection, my natural born protection for granted. I don't take none of my conjure for granted. And some of y'all be out here, y'all, I still at this day, at this juncture, at 50 years old, still anoint myself daily. What's wrong with added protection? I still, to this day, do the basic things that every other person uninitiated do. What's wrong with that? Safety. Huh? They say an ounce of prevention is worth, no, a pound, what is that? An ounce of protection than a pound of cure. Or somewhere. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to see which incense I want you to burn for me. You have so many great ones. Yes, baby. But it's, you know why? Because I'm a problem solver. There's no reason why people should remain into certain situations, circumstances. And let me tell you something. When you are burning incense, you are creating an atmosphere. And even if somebody attacks you, you will recover swiftly because you already did preventative work. Either you will stop it completely or you will recover from whatever attack. But when you ain't even got no sunscreen on, you going to get boinked. Preventative work. If you're going to practice this, don't be that type of person. The only time you do any type of money work or conjuring work or cleansing is you only do it when you're on attack. You should do that regardless. It should be a spiritual daily hygiene. That's why it calls. That's why I said grown people know they ain't got time to be playing games. I'm going to do a reading for Natasha Aquarius. Hold on. Hold on. Stop gossip for Darius. Put that over here on this side of that pot. Stop gossip. Money. And peace. Peace. Now let me tell y'all this. Spiritual conditioning, yes, son. Let me tell y'all this, because I see some of y'all do this. So I'm going to bring it to your attention. Because somebody got to tell you, because I'm tired of you looking like a fool out here claiming to be spiritual. Let me like this. Let me show y'all this. I'm going to tell you what some of y'all do. We're going to use the example. You got roach, right? You got roaches, right? And I'm going to draw this picture. I'm not an artist, so don't judge me. Right? So this is, you got this square right here. Right? Now, what some of y'all do, y'all anoint, y'all conjure. So you spray this area, that area, that area. And you feel like because you done did the four corners, right? That you done put something down to protect yourself from the roach. Right? The roach. The roach got all this other circumference of this space to walk. This roach don't have to go nowhere near this, nowhere near this, nowhere near this. When you put up protection amulets and certain things, remember this, people. Spirits gonna fall. They're gonna look and say, even if they see you got protection over here, they're not gonna go over where you got protection. They're gonna go where there is no protection. There's no, all this empty space right here, they got plenty of room to work with to cause havoc in your life. Because in your head, this is all you, because that's all they told you to do. Oh, put protection in this corner, put that in that corner. You see, I said, I know, I speak, don't speak, but don't like disturbing the flow of the message. Oh, it's okay, baby. I want y'all to understand, a spiritual practitioner understands geometry. If your house is in a square, if your house is in a circle, a rectangle, the way your house is set up, the way your business is how you administer. Need that 5 point. Exactly. Now, what you should have did was, if you're going to do a 4 point, you got to put something in the middle. Because you need to understand how energy flows. So you want to connect this with these corners. So no matter what direction, because remember, a circle goes 360 degrees. That's why certain places I got spheres. They're circles. That's why in certain practices we do circles. We do our conjure in circles. We do it because it represents a continuation of energy, of flow. If we use the cross, it's about direction. When you use a cross, it's about the direction of the energy. But when you use the circle, it's about the flow of the energy. I'm going to say that again. The cross is all about the direction of the energy. The circle is about the flow of the energy. You don't know enough. You don't know enough. There's people that have been doing this, and especially if they've been taught by them old coons, I like to call them. The one with the hair growing out their nose and out their ears. Them old hard nails. Them old coons. Them backwood root workers. Them backwood conjurers. They know stuff ain't in nobody books. Y'all better understand who constructed that spell. Who put that work together. And sometimes y'all got some young rookies out there, but they back behind some old coons. When I was out there, young like I was, I had old coons behind telling me what to do. Fixing this. Oh, go ahead and put that right there. Don't worry about that. They're going to put some on their ass. I was going up against root workers 50 and 60 years old when I was 13 and 14 years old. I ain't just started this, y'all. I really ain't. And I be trying to warn some of y'all, you ain't never went up against an experience. Most of y'all warfare is with inexperienced, broke spirit practitioners. I'm going to say it again. Most of y'all warfare are with amateurs that's financially challenged and educational impaired. And they giving you a fit. That say a lot about where you at in this thing. I got endorsed. Huh? This is how you grow. Understand why these lives are so important. Why your continued education is so important. And stop thinking so low. And stop thinking that these people done went through all these different links to get all these tools and thinking they won't utilize them. Huh? How could, if it wasn't for the United States and the other countries, how could Ukraine really stand up against Russia? Because going off just what they got, they never had enough in the beginning. They had the heart for it. They didn't have the artillery. They didn't have the resources. So how can you destruct a spell work coming from the likes of certain people? And that's all I'm gonna end it on that. I'm gonna do these readings so we can get a better understanding and clarity when it comes to conjure. Natasha is first on my list. Aquarius. And then I'm gonna do a reading for Cancer trait. Just let me know you're listening, sweetheart. We talking about Saturn energy. This is what it is. Construction. Some of y'all be in a rush to do a spell work. Slow down. Make sure you got covered up. Cross all your T's and dot your I's. So your work ain't easily broken. That's why the Bible said 3 cord is not easily broken. Sitting in there with your olive oil and nothing else. Shabbat. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee. That which is in the dark, bring it to light of my eyes concerning Natasha the Aquarius. Natasha the Aquarius. Natasha the Aquarius. That which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning this Aquarius. What is it that this Aquarius needs to focus on? What is it that this Aquarius needs to focus on? Show. All right, here we go. Your first card, shadow, coming up, Aquarius. First focus is on passion. For Aquarius, your energy is Saturn and Uranus, which would be Uriel. It says a yin mem mem. It said, this name strokes the fire of passion in my heart and soul. This part right here, Natasha, is really about, as the Bible would say, the affection, fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. Your passion, what you're passionate about is where your power is, but understand that it's an air element, so that is a lot of crossroad work, that's a lot of blockbuster work, removing things, and then not being nervous, because with that Uranus energy, it will make you fidgety, it will make you focus on more the when it's gonna come versus knowing it's gonna come, and focus on, and then keep your mind on something other than when that manifestation goes. Always know once you put it out there, it's air element, it's gonna come to pass. Then it said, let us give me the power to maintain serenity. Serenity is peace, devotion, commitment, correct consciousness, means that Christ mind in my prayers or communication, meditation, what you focus on, and spiritual connection, your spiritual alignment. This is what is going on in your focus in your shadow card. That's what they want you to focus on. Your spirit team, your ability, your effectiveness in your prayers. You're being built for work. And then you got your middle card is the depth of death. This is a transformative card. It says Nun Yud Tav. It said, I now focus my attention and meditate. Here it comes up again. On the total conviction and certainty upon the absolute demise of the angel of death once and for all. This card right here talking about making sure that you're resolving things. This is what's going on in your immediate life. This is old things going to truly be passed away, and behold, all things new. You're going to be putting away things that do not serve you, and they will not come up. This is talking about putting things to rest. Then you got your outcome card. Has a lot to do with your ancestors showing up, contacting departed soul. This has a lot to do with necromancy, Saturn, black planet, dealing with ancestry. Chet Bet Va. It said, I invoke. So this card has a lot to do with you summoning your divine help. Not only your celestial help, but your ancestral help. It said, I invoke the memories of loved ones who have passed on. I see them surrounded with me, with light, which means that giving them candlelight. I meditate to elevate their souls to higher levels in the spiritual world, and I'm open to receive their guidance and support. I want to say this, even though I'm talking to Natasha in this reading. When you help elevate your ancestors, you're only doing yourself a favor. The more elevated they are, the more they can do for you and with you. And you elevate yourself. Well, I felt that. They strike. I told them, keep striking. Now I'm going to put some clove oil on that. Let my spirits take care of that. Remember, Natasha, this is about invocation, calling upon. I like that. I would do Psalm 25. Because this talks about old things being passed away for this Aquarius. Trey is next. Just let me know you're listening. Elaborate on what? Linda Green, elaborate on what? Just put the question out there. And I'm waiting on Trey to let me know he listening. Don't forget, guys, I got classes for a lot of this, but I'm just... That's that you would have to have my advanced class, but you also would have to have my guardian angel instant, and you would also have to have my ancestor instant. Those things help elevate your higher self and your ancestors. Remember, I constructed those. I used them for my own spirit. And you can see that I'm quite elevated in my spirits. I done already elevated Minister Mario's Orishas. She said my entire reading was confirmation for today. Bam! Look at my Aries, the I Am Nation. All right, I'm going to do this reading for Cancer. Cancer for Trey. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning Trey the Cancer. Trey the Cancer. Trey the Cancer. What is it that this Cancer needs to focus on? Ooh, felt that. That which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning this Cancer. What is it that this Cancer needs to focus on? All right, here we go. All right, Cancer. Your shadow card comes up. What needs to be focused on is building bridges. It says Aleph Va Mem. It says, with the power of this name, I extend the hand of friendship to people that I am in conflict. It said, even if the conflict is about money or resources. Y'all know I like to say that. I awaken compassion and summon the courage to pick up the phone or some type of communication and call the person right now. It said that means right now. Accordingly, the bridge to the upper world will be erected in my behalf. This card talks about focusing on neutralizing conflict with friends. Guardian Angel Incense, Linda. It's on my website. All of that's on my website. This card is talking about dealing with conflict and not any relationship that has to do with friendship. They want you to focus on building that and do not allow certain conflict about resources or money to be a reason to dismember that bridge, because you're going to need that bridge for whatever reason. Something's coming up. They want you. That bridge is going to take you and elevate. It said erect, but erect means to lift. Then your middle card says order from chaos. That's what's going on right now. It says, hey, Aleph. It said, I know that harmony always underlines chaos, and with this name, balance, serenity are restored in 7 days of the week. Order emerges from chaos. Not only will my toast not fall on the butter side, it will not fall at all. Whatever is going on right now, it talks about some type of restoration taking place for this Cancer within a 7 days, something shortly. It talks about getting things in balance, and serenity means peace. It also talks about order coming out of some type of chaos, some things, some conflict or some type of misunderstanding. But it talks about basically Psalm 27, you're not going to fall. It is going to work out, but you're going to gain some experience out of this chaos. And then your outcome card said recognizing design beneath disorder. When things seem out of order, this is in your outcome card, Trey Cancer. It says Yud Bet Mem. It said, when I am overcome with feelings of doubt or panic or with thoughts of doom, these letters reveal the order of the underlying chaos. Look at what it's talking about. Both of your cards talk about underlying chaos. Revealing the underlying chaos. It said, I become enlightened to the Creator's master plan as it pertains to my purpose. So this is letting me know your outcome is that you need to be aware that it is God's sovereign plan in operation. It's not about people, places, and things as much as it is about you aligning with destiny. It also says to pertain to my purpose in this world and to the problems I face. All your problems have to do with your purpose. Anything that you consider as a problem really is linked to your purpose. So therefore, a lot of times, let me tell y'all something. I used to do this when I was younger in my spirituality. When things were going on in my life, I would speak a word. I would call it, in church we call it speak a word, and drive certain people out of my life. And all the Spirit would do is bring another person with the same energy, with the same scenario, and I have to go through it. So I advise you, especially a Cancer being opposite of Capricorn, learn what the Spirit is trying to get you to learn so you don't have to see it again. Pass your test the first time and it will not revisit. Either that or you're going to have deja vu, because this is all about you being elevated. And it's going to be elevated through chaos. Peace, Minister Mario. And am I too late for it? Actually not. If you want to read and send it to Minister Mario, and I'll put you down, Rakeem. But I do want y'all to go to the earlier part of this video, especially if you want to get into this on a professional level, or if you're going to work with other professional people in these ATR. The more understanding you have when it comes to energy, the more respect it should cause you to have for these practices. Because then you start realizing what goes into destructing a working or a spell that has been done to you or for you. Some of y'all don't put certain things in the pot that ain't good for you. So that got to be removed. Some of y'all be going, oh, I want this fixed, I want that. Well, you done effed up a whole lot of stuff that people got to what? Fix. Elevated through chaos. Exactly. Welcome to my world, son. I'm waiting on Mr. Mario. When he gets to here, let me know. I'm doing this for a lot of you guys for free. Make sure that you getting as much education as possible so you can learn how to respect these crafts. And when it comes to that, to learn specific things from you is better to visit. Yeah, or take classes with me. Or I have special sessions. Like, if you want to learn certain things, if you got the resources, I'll teach. You're not gonna make me responsible for how you utilize it. But if you want to learn certain type of conjure and go through certain processes, it's about resources. To be straight up with you, I'm here to teach. And like I said, if it's not in your ancestry, you can learn whatever you want to learn. And this ain't about quiche. I'm just saying this as a general statement. All the class in the world ain't gonna make you a root worker if you don't have, if that ain't in your lineage. You can know all the information you need to know about root work. I practice root work, so I can teach you. All right, Rakeem, you ready? Just let me know you're listening. Linda Green sent for ancestor. Got you, Linda Green. I hope y'all ready for the rumble tomorrow at church. Some of these people out here think I can't deconstruct their pot. Yes, I can. I know what go in them. I know what kind of animals we use. I can get past it. Hold on, y'all. You ready? I am. I'm going to show y'all something. Hold on. I'm gonna do your reading, Aries. I want to show y'all this. Lydia, did you want guardian angel incense? That was Linda Green with the ancestor incense. And Minister Mars said, did you want guardian angel incense? Okay. Both. Okay. I got you. Make sure you go on my website and order that from me. And burn that, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Your spirits will thank you highly. I want to show y'all this, because this is what I mean by constructing spells. So this right here, this is scorpion oil, right? This is the actual live scorpion. Not a live scorpion, but you know what I meant. It's not a plastic scorpion, it's an actual scorpion that's in there. It's carcass of a scorpion. And then right here, I have shark oil. Shark oil. The essence from a shark. And then right here, in this right here, I have coyote powder. This is the skull of a dog, a coyote that is ground to powder. And then I have, did I put that over there? And this is ground deer horn, grounded deer horn that I use in courtroom case for Chelsea. Sometimes I just put some and put on people's ass too, to put them horns to them. But I'm just showing y'all some stuff that you don't know how certain people constructed certain spell work and what they utilize to do their protection work. And then you coming in there thinking you got your prayer oil and your Psalm 91 and you really get your ass ripped to shreds. Okay? Like that ain't like, that's like, I'm just trying to show you that's just animals that go into certain things. We have certain poisonous animals that we work with in order to do protection work, reversal work, destruction work, baneful work, all this stuff. Like y'all, like some of y'all ain't about that life. Certain plants that are poisonous to the touch. Certain minerals that are poisonous that we use in protection work. All right, Aries, I got you. Rakim. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bring it to light of my eyes concerning Rakim the Aries. That which is in the dark, bring it to light of my eyes concerning this Aries. Hear me as I call to thee. Show me, reveal to me. What is it that this Aries, Rakim, needs to focus on? What is going on with this Aries that he needs to focus on? What's up, Sister Jackie? Esa Roboko na Ibesa. All right, Aries, here we go. For my Aries, Rakim, the God Nation. I like that. Y'all know I'm into that kind of stuff. Okay, shadow comes up. Aries, speak your mind. This coming up in Aries for shadow. It says, none tav hate. It said, when I need to tell the truth, this name gives me the courage to open my heart before I open my mouth. This card right here saying, Aries, make sure that you are slow to speak and swift to hear. Because this said, giving the courage, it said, when I need to hear the truth, it gives me the strength to open my ears and to close my mouth. Basically, you got to be able to know when you're going forward, take care and stuff. They want you to be able to speak your mind, but speak it in truth. And you're going to have to know what to say, because fire signs ain't always tactful. Normally, especially me, I'm less tactful than most of the signs. But this card right here talks about being able to receive information and give information. Whatever's going on, they want you to be able to give the information truthfully and to receive information truthfully. And then your middle card comes up, accountability, Aries. It says mem nun kuf. It said, with these letters, my impulses towards self-pity, retaliation, and revenge are swept away, which they're going to be difficult, Aries. I see that the victim mentality is the foundation of all these feelings. I replace that thinking with understanding that I am the creator. I am nation. Listen to that. I am the creator of my own circumstances. And I know that what I have created, I can change. Thus, everything changes now. There, right here, this card is talking about basically you in the midst of taking care of some things and trying to get certain things in order. But it wants you to recognize that you have the understanding that whatever you want in your life, you have the ability to create, and you have the energy. You have the willpower to do so. And replace your thinking with that understanding. Your outcome card is the great expectation. This has a lot to do not allowing your ego to get in the way, because there's some great things ahead of you, but they're basically talking about not allowing ego to get in the way. It says Aleph Yud again. It says, by meditating on this name, I gain control over the power of time in my life. Not in a rush. Instead, I am constantly demanding more tomorrow. And I appreciate what I have and what I am right now. In other words, Don't be so busy chasing after something new that you're not enjoying what you already got. And that's what 2023 is about. Not only going out there making things happen, but also making sure that you are enjoying the labor of your fruit. Not just going after one thing, after one thing, after the next. It says false and self-seeking expectations are cast out. Just staying grounded. I'm not saying it's going to be easy because my moon is in Aries, but this is what's necessary for you in 2023, my Aries. I would do Psalm 54 and Psalm 55, Aries. Sister Jackie. I have Minister Mario, are we clear? Is that everybody? I have I just heard my voice. I have these Palo sticks from Palo de Vida Mundo. These are used to change the fortune of people, positive or negative. World turners. Like, y'all got to remember, you quite so welcome. Much love to you. Remember, we conjurers and root workers and mystics and agitators for a reason. There's no way that the Almighty Divine Mother would give you the stuff that she gives us if she got us here to medicate. How can I be the witch doctor if I can't medicate what the witch is doing? Okay? I have to doctor on the sorceries and the magical spells that these witches, agitators out here doing. Because they're doing a bit much. So, you know, if you need the doctor, not the medical doctor, you need the spiritual doctor, I'm your man. All right? Hello to each and every one of you guys. All clear. Thank you so much. I will see many of you guys on tomorrow. I'm going to get me something to eat. And I got some stuff I got to do. But I appreciate each and every one of you. I got some orders to get because some of my members done ordered some stuff. So I want to have that for them in church. Much love. Thank you there, Madam Oshun. Also to Madam May, Minister Madam May. Thank you. And also to Brazo Forte, Crown Ochosi, to my brothers and sisters, my church family, and to my YouTube family. Much love to you, Patreon family. You know I love you. I appreciate y'all. And I will see you guys on tomorrow. All right. God bless.